My husband has a secret family. Turns out that's not the worst of it, and I'm thinking about leaving him. Am I the a-hole?
I didn't register any of that. Sorry. No.
Processing. I learned about 7 months after a wedding that he had actually been engaged to someone else, let's call her Amanda, at the time we met.
What?
He claimed he was worried about hurting her as they had been together since high school.
That's crazy.
However, what hurt me most is that he did not call off their engagement until he proposed to me. We've worked through that issue thanks to therapy, and we continued to still go to therapy.
What?
You worked through that? Is that not a red flag, OP? Early last week, I discovered I was pregnant with our third child. Yes, he had 2 other children with this prick. He was out of town, so I thought it would be fun to surprise him with the news at his hotel. Oh man, if you can see where this is going, type I see you in the comments.
I see you.
So I planned on getting a cake with "You're going to be a dad" again. I called the hotel asking how I could go about this and was told they didn't have him staying at the hotel. I assume I had messed up where he was staying, but I know his company would only put him up in that hotel group. I have admittedly overlooked some red flags, no fucking shit, and realized something was going on. I know he's dumb enough to keep all his passwords the same, and I know our passwords for Netflix.
I do that.
While snooping, I found DMs with Amanda that were flirty, and she had been tagging him in stories. I called him up and asked him if there was anything he wanted to tell me. He said, "Absolutely not." What voice should I do?
Absolutely not.
He said, "Absolutely not." And I said, "Are you sure? Because I know you're not staying at X hotel because I was trying to surprise you with something and I couldn't." After now being together, I can pick up on some of his lying tells. I assumed he was coming home to tell me that he and Amanda were seeing each other, but instead he told me that he had been having an affair with a woman we will call Sarah, and Sarah and him have 2 kids together. He was with her and has not been going on as many work trips since COVID started. The kicker is he started seeing Sarah while still engaged to Amanda, and his kids with her are 6 and 1 who will be 4 a week before our 4-year anniversary.
Oh my God.
He and Sarah both claim that they haven't been sexual relations since their youngest was conceived. He was seeing both Sarah and Amanda and I at once in the beginning of a relationship. Oh my God. I'm just baffled. Like, how does he do it? And he has a job.
Probably has like an assistant who
Who manages all the relationships.
You have to go to soccer game at 2 and ballet appointment. All right, and make sure to remember that she just got a haircut. But Sarah doesn't have a haircut. Her hair is the same. Don't tell her that she had done his haircut. She won't like it. Okay, bye.
I asked him about his DMs with Amanda, and he said that they had reconnected at his 15-year high school reunion, which I did not go to because I had just given birth 2 nights before. How is your high school reunion more important than your child and the mother of your child? So he did this last year and had been hanging out with old high school friends. I am absolutely devastated and confused. I gave birth to our first son January of 2020, our second son June of 2021, and like I said, I'm currently pregnant with our third. The betrayal goes further with the fact that his mother has been helping him hide this secret from everyone. She has been the best grandmother to my boys and is very active in their life and helps me with cleaning our home and giving me time to do things away from the kids. She knew every time he was going to see Sarah and their kids and never once told me.
Oh my God.
I wonder if she's helping with those kids too. I'm coming to the realization that everything in my world revolves around him. I can't even begin to talk to my friends about this because all of my friends are his friends' wives. I feel like I am this big joke to his friends and family, and I'm not sure how to change that. I don't have a job because I quit to be able to travel with him when we got engaged. I feel like I'm stuck and don't know how to get out. Has anyone left a marriage not knowing where to go or how to survive? What does OP do?
Oh, that's really rough. She definitely needs to leave him, but that's really rough financially.
But before the update, I want to know what you think OP should do. And also, does anyone have any experience with leaving a marriage, especially if you're uncertain with your own financial position? Let us know in the comments. Type your stories. 20s. And we're going to get into this update. I officially am a single woman as of today. Congrats, OP. Congrats. You deserve to be single.
Our advice.
I want to thank everyone who commented and those who reached out with their ideas and those who have been in the same situation I was in. I took photos of all the infidelity and lies. One of his friends got me a good divorce lawyer, and my ex knew he was f***ed from the start, so it was speedy, and he gave me half of everything and is paying far more than I expected for child support and is granting me spousal support for a while.
That's great.
But I found things out, and shockingly, his friend group picked me and not him.
Yes.
So she got the friend group too. That was the most surprising thing out of this. These are friends he's had for 20 plus years. They opened up a lot of his behavior, and a few of the wives actually were getting ready to tell me about his flirty encounters with Amanda. But as a mom with 2 kids under 2, they were concerned with my mental health and were going to tell me at the end of the month at a mom's getaway we were having. I didn't have a job when I left, but one of his friends' wives owns a marketing company, which is what my job was before we got married, and told me that when I was ready, she'd have a job ready for me. I started that job back in April and have actually been enjoying it.
Yay.
Opie's getting on her feet.
She's finding herself.
I am still pregnant. That was a decision I made on my own. I love being a mom, and my boys are my whole world. I was going back and forth on it, but I truly love our children. It was not an easy decision to come to, but I'll figure it out one day at a time, like I have for the last 6 months. Well, I'm so glad that she left.
Yeah, and she got a job.
She got a job.
Child support.
And I think it shows,
And she got
like,
a friend group.
if you're in a bad situation, like, it's probably almost always better to leave. I know, like, any kind of change is scary, of course, but I mean, this is a change that needed to happen.
Yeah, she needed to get her kids out of there, and I think it really worked out for her.
Yeah. I sent my son to school in a dress. The school kicked him out, and my wife is pissed. Am I the a-hole?
No, I wouldn't say so.
My son started 2nd grade last week. I get the kids ready for school while my wife sleeps. She's got the graveyard shift and is lazy as fuck. No, kidding. So he's got a twin sister. I told them both it was time to get ready for school, and his twin sister pulled out a bunch of dresses out of her closet. My son picked one up and said, I want to wear this.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm thinking, whatever, dude, we're running late. Just put on some kind of clothes and let's get out the door. I'm pretty politically neutral. So while I wouldn't say I was particularly happy he wanted to wear a dress, it also wasn't nearly as upsetting to me as the idea that I could be late for work if we didn't get out the door that instant. So it's like, all right, I'd rather make money for my family than argue with this 6-year-old about a dress. I figured, okay, I wouldn't ever tell my daughter not to do something because it was not ladylike. So I shouldn't tell my son not to do something because it isn't manly, which low-key makes sense.
I think so too.
Yeah. I drop him off and get to work. 3 hours later, we get a call to come pick up our son because his outfit is distracting to the other kids and he's being bullied.
That's outrageous. How is it distracting?
He was very sad when my wife got there, and the whole morning had been upsetting for him.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, what the heck?
What the heck? Let that kid slay.
My wife is irate, asking how I couldn't have realized that was inappropriate, and I was setting our son up to fail. Well, to be fair, though, I imagine, like, I'm just thinking if I wore a skirt to middle school, like
Sam got bullied for eating salad.
Yeah. If I'm gonna get bullied for eating, I love how everyone knows the salad boy story
They
already.
do? You've already told this?
Yeah, I've already told the salad boy.
Okay.
But like if I'm gonna get bullied for eating salad, then I'm definitely getting bullied for wearing a skirt. So it's just about everyone else I've run this by. My wife thinks damage has permanently been done because he'll be in the same school system as these kids the rest of his life, and he'll be known as the one who wore a dress. And I was being thoughtless or willfully ignorant because I was in a rush and our son suffered for it. That's actually an interesting take. That's an interesting take. What if he wasn't trying to make a statement by wearing the dress? He just thought that was sick.
But if he continues to wear a dress, then they'll just get used to it. Then he'll just be like,
I ate a salad one time in 4th grade, and to this day, people still know me as Salad Boy.
Okay.
Are you really gonna say? Are you really going to say these kids have short-term memories?
Yes, they'll forget.
Lives with you forever.
But if he keeps wearing the dress, then everyone will get used to it.
But what if he doesn't want that to be part of it? All right, well, put a pin in it. We're going to keep going. All right. This show was sponsored by your sweet, sexy ass.
If you support our Patreon, you'll get one long, hard, extra bonus episode every week.
I'm talking 3 juicy stories right into those ear holes.
You'll get ad-free episodes. I'm talking all of those ads completely off. All natural.
Not to mention, we'll do it together, live, in front of a camera. With Assholes Anonymous, you'll get a chance to talk to us directly and maybe be featured on the YouTube channel.
Wait, say, but not like that. Like the fans get to share their stories with us and other fans, and we get to talk about it, right?
And then we'll moon each other at the end.
Oh, God.
So if you want all that axe ass, support your boys at patreon.com/OKOP show.
That's patreon.com/OKOP show.
At the time, I truly didn't think it was that big of a deal, but that doesn't change that I put my son in harm's way now. I'm not sure whether I made the wrong decision or not, or how to feel about it. Am I the a-hole? Okay, Sophia, question to you. Well, first, I want to put it to y'all. Would you let your son wear a skirt to school if he wanted to? And if he chose the skirt, would you give any like preamble where it's like, hey, this is what you're choosing. Usually girls wear this or blah, blah, blah. Would you say anything before? Hopefully those cute little fingers of yours are tippy tapping on those keyboards in the comments below. But Sophia, what do you think? If your son, Sophia has no children.
I have a son.
No, you don't. Something I don't know about.
I have 5 sons.
5 sons.
Yes.
Jeez, God, we've been getting busy.
Uh-huh.
Would you tell your son, one, like any context around the choice he's making for his clothings, and 2, would you even let him wear it in the first place? Would you give? Yeah, what would you say?
I would absolutely let my son, my imaginary son.
Your imaginary son, not the real son.
No, not my
not one of your 5 sons.
Not one of my 5 sons.
Your real 5 sons would never be caught dead in a skirt. The imaginary one. All right.
He can do whatever he wants. No, I would absolutely let my fake son wear any dresses that he wants because that's his own decision. And I think that children are often not allowed to like think for themselves, and that is bad parenting, I think. Also, I think that if you tell them beforehand, I feel like you're kind of influencing their own judgment. And I think that if we don't put our own biases on children, they will grow and learn.
Well, but he's going to get those biases at school.
Yeah, but maybe if those other children weren't given those biases.
Oh, yeah, but we don't.
One bias at a time.
We don't live in this rosy world where everyone's just going to be nice to this kid. Like, if you show up in something different, you are going to get bullied. Sophia would just let the kid be bullied.
No, that's not what I said.
And she thinks the bullying is good.
No,
that is what she said.
That's not what I said.
Anyway, what would you do? I mean, also, for those of you who have kids, like, what have you done? Has your child ever, like, boy or girl, chosen the opposite sex clothing? And what would you say to your children?
Clothing doesn't have gender.
Clothing doesn't have gender, and neither do you, maybe. Who knows? My son is bullying his sister for being vegan, so now he's not allowed to eat meat anymore. Am I the a-hole? All right, well, Sophia, this is a little close home because both of our parents make fun of her for her picky eating habits. So
I'm picky eating. I just don't eat meat. That's so easy. A pescatarian is one of the easiest.
That's like half of what we eat. So my family and friends are calling me abusive, but I cannot see how any of this is abusive or asshole-ish in any way.
I agree.
You haven't even heard the story. I have 2 kids, 16 male and 14 female. Last year, my daughter decided to go vegan. I didn't have any problem with this one bit. I gave her money that I would spend on food for her anyway. She buys her own food and cooks it herself if what her mom is making isn't vegan, which is more than we can say for little Sophia over here when she is like, I won't eat the pasta with bolognese, but then refuses to make anything for herself. Called out.
That's not true. I cook for myself all the time.
When she's
I
at
live
home.
by myself.
When you do not live by yourself, you have roommates.
I have roommates, but I live not with my parents.
The cooking. I live without an in-house chef. It has been the tiniest change we have ever had to go through. For some reason, though, my son has taken this change as an opportunity to bully his sister.
They'll take any chance they have.
That's what brothers look for, ammunition. You. I've made it clear to him that this is not okay at all and has punished him several times for this bullying, but it has never gotten through to him. Last week, this all came to a head when my son took all the food my daughter had bought for the week and hid it, pretending he threw it away on garbage day. Put in the comments what punishment you would give this bully brother. What would you do?
I think I would also probably make him go vegan.
I got a call in the middle of the day at work from my daughter crying, saying that he had thrown all her food away. I had to rush home only to discover it was just a prank. I was livid. I was ready to make him eat nothing but rice for the rest of his time under my roof. Survivor. Rice and coconuts. But my wife calmed me down and came came up with a better plan. For the next 30 days, we're going to eat nothing but vegan food. That's a great punishment.
That is a great punishment.
That's a great punishment. We'll have nothing but vegan food and buy nothing but vegan products. I told my son this, and that if he wants anything else, he will be paying for it. And he lost his mind. But for the past 5 days, we have been a vegan family. Well, my son called my parents and they rang me up furious. They told me I was abusing him. I ended up hanging up on them. The rest of my family followed suit, and some friends have now joined me in saying that this is holish of me. So friends and family are all saying
They need
OP
to
is
mind
an
their
a-hole.
own business.
My son is miserable, but I really don't care. He brought this upon himself. He still has food to eat and can spend what little pocket money he has to buy meat for the next 25 days if he wants. So, am I the a-hole? I want to know what y'all think. Put your answers in the comments below. If any of you vegetarians or vegans are in the comments, what do you want to do with this meat eater? Tell me. But Sophia, what would you do?
I mean, this kid still has food to eat, and it's only for 25 more days.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Yeah, and there's like an end goal. And also I feel like it'll help the whole family like empathize with the daughter too.
Yeah,
And she's like,
absolutely.
yeah, like being vegan, it's not as hard as it used to be.
hard.
Okay, so you think not the a-hole.
Not the a-hole.
Uh-huh.
He's trying to teach his son a lesson in empathy, and his grandparents should listen.
We love you. We'll see you soon. And also, thank you to my sister. This is the last story recording today. I hope you guys
You're welcome.
enjoyed this guest appearance. She might be coming on more often. So if you want to see her, type Sophia in the comments below.
We're going to just get a lot of views.
Yeah, all the Sophias.
All the Sophias.
Okay, we'll see you soon.